Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Lagarith lossless codec combined with Handbrake to produce very small, high-quality videos for YouTube. Now I'm going to be using Sony Vegas for this video, but any sort of video editor that can export an uncompressed video in AVI format, this is going to work for you too. Now once you've got Lagarith and Handbrake both installed, you can open up Vegas and edit your video. And then once you're done editing your video, you can go to File, Render As, and select Video for Windows.avi. Now this format in Vegas is going to have a lot of presets, but you can select just the 720p 60 frames a second YUV codec. It'll work just fine. You can change the frame size to 720p, 1080p. You can change the frame rate to 60 or 30. Now you'll notice I'm selecting the Lagarith lossless codec, and I also select interleave every frame. Now that you've got your settings for your AVI selected, you can export it now. And this is going to take a little bit, but it's very quick because the compressor isn't really compressing anything. It's just exporting raw AVI. And I'll speed this up for you. Now that our AVI file is exported, we can mess around with Handbrake now. See, I've got the uncompressed AVI file. You can see how big it is. Watch the size. I think it's like 968 megabytes. This is where Handbrake really comes into play. Now, before we do anything in Handbrake, let me give you the lowdown on bit rates. For 720p videos, I like to use a bitrate of 4 megabits. That's 4,000 kilobits. For 1080p, I like to use 6,000 kilobits. Or 6 megabits. Now if you're doing a 60 frames a second video, double it. So if you're doing, 4,000 kilobits a second, then double it to 8,000. If you're doing 6, then double it to 12. Now that you've got Handbrake open, you can simply drag your uncompressed AVI file right onto the application, and it'll automatically pick up on your frame rate and dimensions. I like to go into the audio tab and change my audio to 192 kilobits a second. After that, I go back into the video tab and change my frame rate to a consistent 29.97 and change my bitrate to 4,000. Now I'm going to name my output file. I'm just going to call it render, and I'm going to hit start. And now it's exporting an X264 MP4 at 4,000 kilobits a second. And I'll speed this up as well. Alright, now that Handbrake's done encoding your video, you're finished. You can upload that file to YouTube now. As you can see, it's on my desktop. The size is very small, 29.92 megabytes, down from 968. So that's a lot better, and you can see the quality is great. The bad quality of the screen recording isn't doing it justice, but it's going to look good. I'll even include a sample video in the description using a 4,000 kilobit bitrate. So thanks for watching. I hope this helped.